So we're a volunteer organization, a 501c3 charity.
Are you, you've mentioned a couple of times your nonprofit status. Are you a nonprofit in current good standing?
Yes.
Because we got some information that indicated that it wasn't clear from the state, I guess the Secretary of State, that was the case.
So there used to be the PRA transitioned to a non-profit 6-7 years ago, and this has come up with somebody before, and the prior Pasadena Roving Archers is now defunct, and I think that is what you're referring to.
So what's the name of the current entity?
Pasadena Roving Archers Heritage.
Okay.
But I think you can't give short shrift to Councilmember Madison's concern, because the reason they have the website, California Secretary of State, is so folks can go to the website and find out if a corporation is in fact valid. So I think we need to at least invite the head of the PRA back to the podium to give us a quick explanation, because the explanation that was given earlier was that there were two organizations with two different names, and the name that the speaker gave as the one that was a valid corporation was with the word or phraseology of heritage on the end before you got to incorporate it. So someone needs to explain to the council so we'll know what we're doing. Are we actually entering into a agreement with a valid California corporation? So someone needs to, from that organization, let us know what's going on. And I have some other questions.
As they approach, you can also make the approval subject to confirmation that they are in good standing with the Secretary of State.
We've got to do that.
Whatever the name of the organization is that we would be contracting with.
Well, let me clarify, we wouldn't. We wouldn't enter into an agreement with an entity that's not recognized as an organization in good standing in the state of California.
But good faith,
but if they feel
good faith and good governments would ask the organization, at least give them an opportunity to clarify this situation, since there was an explanation earlier, which, as far as I'm concerned, was insufficient. So we have the head of the organization here. This is your opportunity to speak if you so choose. If you don't, we'll keep moving.
And I can provide Mr. Spears with a copy of the statement.
He's still here? Oh.
Sorry, is that live? Yes, so we looked it up online ourselves, and you are correct. Much to my surprise, we're an all-volunteer organization. We had a new treasurer and secretary, and the new renewal notice was overlooked, and that is actually being corrected right now.
Well, I think in the interests of good government that we as a council cannot and should not take an action on this item tonight, because they're not a duly organized corporation under the laws of the state of California, and so we need to table this matter, in my view. I'm not supportive of item number 4, nor am I supportive of keeping in the language determine where archery is permitted, but I think that's kind of like irrelevant if the council believes, based upon the testimony that was just given, that I just don't see how we go forward.
Let me just clarify that tonight you actually don't enter into an agreement with Roving Archers?
Yeah. I understand that we're not entering into agreement, but we are discussing deal points with an organization that's not a duly corporation. or at least not duly incorporated under the state of California. So they have made representations earlier tonight that they are in fact a corporation. Until they get their act together, we should not be considering this. And I'm sorry, and I'm supportive of many of the points that the majority of the speakers raised.
I'm just nervous about it because, I mean, to some extent, it goes to the credibility of the counterparty. We have not enjoyed an open and transparent relationship.
They just indicated they didn't know that they were out of status.
I understand that, but remember, we also had the devil's own time trying to learn the most basic information about the membership. I mean, it took us months to do that. I continue to be concerned about this insurance issue. Do we know if they're prepared to increase the insurance, as Councilmember Tornick and I and others have said they should, and cover the other users of the range?